Hello everyone. Welcome to the YouTube channel Mecaniquesportive. This is Nicola and today I'm presenting the new Peugeot 308. Sort of new. The new front end of the Peugeot 308, but we're also going to test it with this 1.2-liter, 245 horsepower engine. It will come in a lot of versions, 4 versions. Particularly a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle plug-in hybrid, which is interesting for companies. It used to be 225 horsepower, now it's 195. With a 17.2 kilowatt-hour battery, which claims 85 kilometers in fully electric mode, a little more in the city, which gives us 0 to 100 in 7.7 seconds, which is pretty decent. Next, a fully electric version from the Stellantis group features new batteries and motors. 156 horsepower and a compact 55.4 kW battery, still claiming 450 kilometers. We tested it on different versions, but not the 308. It's also found on the 208 and so on, 2008, all that. They did the same thing on all platforms. A diesel version will arrive later. 130 horsepower, 4 cylinders, 1.5 liters. With diesel, it's always cool for people who drive a lot, and here's the hybrid electric vehicle version. So they call it a hybrid vehicle, but it's not a real true hybrid. It's a kind of highly improved micro-hybrid system that we've already tried on the C5, C3, 208, and 2008. Actually, I tried out on everything from Stellantis because, they share the engine on, in the end, I think 17 models, I believe. But it does the job very, very well. And we're going to test it again here today. See the fuel consumption in Portugal on all types of roads. Especially the restyled front end in this new color, which is called, I have it here, the Lagoi Blue. So it's a little bit blue-green. And I like it. Honestly, Peugeot has made beautiful colors for a while, even when this car was... Really? This is the updated third generation 308, specifically phase 2 of generation 3. They had released an olive green that I loved on the 308, and all the colors that come out are really nice. So, there is station wagon versions and sedan versions. Today I have the sedan version and also the station wagon version. It will have a new blue. They really like blue right now. Yeah, it's cool, it's different. In terms of dimensions, it hasn't changed. 4 meters 36 long, 1 meter 85 wide for this car, and 1 meter 44 high. We have a glass roof here. It gives a sort of two-tone look, almost in terms of style. There are several weights, as there's the elect version, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, and standard engine. With the standard engine, we're at about 1,380 kilos. That's the lightest version. For the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle version, you add some weight, and it's around 1,650 kilos. And the elect version is just a bit heavier than the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle version. Well, yes, there's only one battery and one motor, whereas in the other there's an electric motor plus a combustion engine plus a battery. In the end, the electric version weighs only 1,675 kilos, which is interesting. Same thing, the trunks. Lots of different trunks depending on the versions and depending on whether it's a sedan or a wagon. On today's version, we'll have 412 liters in the mild hybrid electric vehicle version. 361 liters on the electric version, slightly larger since the battery is under the floor. The plug-in hybrid electric vehicle has the smallest trunk at 314 liters. It's getting a bit short on a 308. These versions hold 52 liters of gasoline. We have a turning diameter of 11.13 meters. We'll test it a bit to see how it goes. We have rims in 16, 17, or 18 inches. By the way, today we have the new rims that just came out. Should I do things like in documentaries? Since the launch of the 3,008, 7 million units have sold. Today, the third generation phase 2 starts at 33,400 I have no idea how my voice is going to sound on television. But to give you an idea, a fully loaded mild hybrid electric vehicle is around 40,000 euros. Something like what we have today. Very, very well equipped. All that. The plug-in hybrid electric vehicle starts at Noxsign 42,400, while the electric starts at just over Eurosonet's 42,600. Full electric, full option, we're around 48,000 euros. 48,000 euros is a lot of money, let's be honest. But it's nice. It has a nice little look. Do you like it? If it were you at 48,000 euros, would you take this? That's the question I'm asking myself. In terms of trim levels, it will be available in Allure Gran Turismo and Gran Turismo exclusive styles. Come on, let's go. I'll take you for a ride, so let's go for a drive. Paradise, were you expecting a drive? That's coming up next. I'm showing you like this. Everything that's changing because, look, this front. It's still very pretty. In real life, I saw this car at the factory in Sochaux a long time ago, maybe a year. I also saw it in the studio and was impressed. Yeah, the claws on the side are gone. That was really what made Peugeot's identity. Look here, especially this low. It has a look edgy, a little bit. Look there, it looks like her eyebrows are a little furrowed, like she's about to eat you. The now illuminated Peugeot logo. Unlike brands like Mercedes and Volkswagen that use a light bar, they chose not to make one. They said to themselves, let's make lots of little ones, all the way to the light, with a little offset like this that points toward the headlights. So, no more fangs on the sides, now it's little claws up there in the headlights. By the way, the headlights, you can see that before the headlights were on top and the daytime running lights were lower. Now they've switched it, so now the headlights are here, and we even have matrix headlights. But now this has become the headlight unit that gives us the low beams. So this is just the daytime running lights with the strip. So the strip is only available on the slightly higher end versions. And I have to admit, it's nice with the polarizing film, the colors, the light, and everything from the morning sunrise because it's early this morning. Let's return to this side. Here are the optical blocks. The little air curtains right there, which let the air through. For aerodynamics, these black parts that widen this side of the car a little and actually take away a bit of the claw-like look. When we reach the center, the hood to me, they haven't changed. It doesn't change much, but here as well, there's a change. So at this level, we have the 308. So I hide like this. You really have some beautiful shots today, wow. Next, the camera and logo. The logo is familiar, but now it's backlit. Well, you can see it, right? Look, there's light in there. Camera here, since there's a pack of cameras in the front and back. On the sides, do we have any? We have a small camera on the sides, so we've had true 360 at Peugeot for some time. I just wanted to confirm with you. The front remains stylish. You can see, even at the level of the blade and so on, that there's still some work done. And even the edges, the tips, it's actually pretty nice. That's what it looks like on this front side. What do you think about it? Me, I like it. I used to dislike it, but now I like it. 3/4 view. Pretty nice. It's still a Peugeot. You can recognize the 308 because from there, everything stays the same except the rims. So we keep our little Peugeot just as we knew it. Hold on, I'll go to the other side so there's no backlight. It gives me a ride and a quick morning workout. And you see the colors change completely depending on the light. So on the side, absolutely no change. Just these new rims. What do you think about these new rims? At the same time, I'm giving you the inception effect as if they were spinning. I haven't liked Peugeot's wheel designs in recent years, but feel free to give me your opinion. On the other hand, I really like the wheel center like this. Every time, there's always the little badge right here, just like Ferrari, to make the car feel a bit more premium. The black mirrors add contrast, and as I mentioned, the glass roof gives it a two-tone appearance, especially from the front. In the little details I just noticed, you can see the Peugeot name here in the headlight. It's nice, you know the rest, that's it. At the back, they thought, we leave the back alone. It's fine as is, and we don't even change the lights. We don't do nothing clearly except that. We used black instead of gray before. That's the only difference. Afterwards, when we return, we see the little hybrid, reminding us of our version. The logo here at the back, which is not illuminated, and the 308 here, and the full rear, this is what it looks like, this 308. So no changes, a little 3/4 rear view at the sea. Wow, how beautiful it is. At sunset, we would have had the sun over there because the sun sets over there. It would have been incredible. There, the roof. The rocker panel's still the same, but quite nice. And the interior. So inside, I'll take you straight in like this. So a bit of faux leather here with the stitching. Then doors made entirely of plastic. We can see that we have the focal sound system. We'll test how it sounds. Then plastic really everywhere here as well. The seats, which are pretty nice with several materials. This somewhat technical fabric. This kind of Alcantara and this imitation leather, we have two top tether and isofix anchor points. We have the bench seat, which looks very upright when viewed like this. We're going to sit down, don't move. There we go. There you go. I'm getting up, my headrest. And indeed, it's pretty straight when I'm sitting inside. Nicholas, 6 feet tall, stay still. I'm sitting back. So when I'm like this, my hair is just really short, but my scalp isn't showing yet. But right here, a little bit, look. I'm sitting up straight in my seat doing this. Hello. So, for tall people, the back of this 308 isn't the most ideal. That's why people also prefer SUVs. They're more practical for most people. Because here, you see, I still find myself a little bit... I can't mess up my hair. I'm a star. The handle. We all have handles. Window, then. It's small by design to look nice. However, at the knee level, you can see that I still have some space left. I adjusted the seat for myself since I'm driving. In the front, sorry. I'm going to choke. Third seatbelt right here, second seat that looks like this to get the armrest. You have to put your finger in there. I admit it's cold outside and inconvenient. Peugeot, the tab please. The tab, it's a little thing to stick there. And look, realists. Let me explain for the engineers. Put the tab here, inside this seam. You only need to add one extra seam fold. I promise it won't cost you much and it will make a difference. We have the ski hatch. You know how to make it open easily. Double cup holder and a spot for your phone or other items. In short, simplicity. And don't move, I'll put you here. If I put you here, can you see me? Armrest. Ah, that's a shame. Actually, the armrest on this side slips because it's tilted forward. Actually, my arm does this. And actually, my arm doesn't want to stay there. It usually goes there, but this one, it's tilted back so it blocks me. So actually, it throws my body off and makes me want to twist like this. It's the little details. That's it. You know the channel. I enjoy discussing all the details with you. And I tell myself that I should push even more and more. I think I'm not pushing enough. What do you think about it? Do you think I'm giving all the details or not enough yet? Don't move. I'll turn you over now. Clack. Air vent here. You can only adjust the airflow left or right, not the temperature. That's actually pretty good and rare. Next, there are 2 USB-C ports, the new standard. Thanks to Peugeot for including them, because it feels more up-to-date. And then, below, there's a small storage compartment. I have room for my feet. Even though the seat is quite low, I still have space and the rails are well positioned. Oh, I haven't tried the middle seat yet. Middle seat, so I'm sitting higher. This time, my head is really touching up there. The backrest is very hard because it's actually an armrest, making it extremely uncomfortable. It digs into my back, so my spine is bent like this. So it pushes my shoulder blades back. The seat. The seat is okay, just a bit firmer than the sides. It's really the backrest that's not exactly ideal. Alright, let me show you a little view from up here at the front. So, the front doesn't change either. It's always exactly the same. I'll give you a quick little tour again. I toggles screen plus. Kind of eye cockpit up there, 3D. Come on, I'll take you there quickly. Here we go. Don't move. And it's a marathon that's starting. Nicholas opens the door and reveals its interior. So, padded plastic on this side. A small LED light will appear here. Some parts here have a textured style. It's nice. Then we have some foam here. Then more standard plastic on the rest. Still this leather imitation. The window controls here. So basic, very simple, straightforward, and efficient, with the one-touch function and the vehicle lock here. With fairly large door pockets here. You can fit 1.5-liter bottles. Thank you, Peugeot, for doing that because it really makes a difference. The Peugeot door sill is very nice. Wow, that's nice. I think the plastic cover is still on. It hasn't been removed. Look, I like when you get brand new presents at Christmas. Electric seat, memory seat, and I think with the AGR Comfort, we even have massage if I'm not mistaken. Ah, look, that's beautiful. Look at this shot. Today, I'm giving you some beautiful images. There are a few screenshots that are really, really nice. Wow, with the mountain, cliffs, and background. Wow. I'm doing this with a tiny camera. See, I'm using this if you can see. Imagine if I had my pro camera body. There you go. We're used to the tiny steering wheel at Peugeot. And the pedals feel sportier. I'm moving the seat all the way back. Oh, right, it's electric. So, little tip, you have to start the car first before you can move your seat. Oops, I left the key there. Because there's keyless entry, I'm telling you everything, guys. I'm not hiding anything from you. All right, so I put the key in the car. I start it with my foot on the brake. Okay, I agree. Let's turn off the music due to internet copyright issues. So now I have the music. I don't have the music anymore. I'm starting. The car won't start. The vehicle is in energy-saving mode, but I want you to start now, please. Ah, there we go. Okay, ignore. So now I've started the car. The engine is running. All right, we'll reset the consumption later. I'm moving my seat back, finally. There you go. It's moving very slowly. However, you can see that you can be very tall. I can barely reach the pedals, and I'm 6 feet tall. So, the steering wheel, same thing, no changes. Still the Gran Turismo here when you have a Gran Turismo version. The logo. The horn. On this side, the cruise controls, the driving assistance, the limiter. The OK for reading the signs, and faster, slower. And when I click here, it's the distance to the vehicle in front of me. With this side has the voice control. Change the menus, louder, quieter, pick up or hang up the phone here. Next, we have our screen. Even though it's still 3D, the effect works. I've told you many times. It's like a teleprompter. A tilted screen reflects the image upside down, creating a 3D feeling. For example, you can actually see the 60 meters, 1133, which floats in the air, and that's thanks to this reflection. We have paddles behind the steering wheel, so with this mild hybrid electric vehicle model, we can shift the 6-speed transmission ourselves. On this side, we have the information here. We'll see our consumption information. Oops, that's for changing the menus. Sorry. So this menu. Thank you, Peugeot, for making something much faster than before. But here, I'm happy. This really makes a difference because before it was slow. Now it's fast. I like it. It's really nice. And if I click several times, look, wow, well done. But here, I'm happy. It really, really makes a difference. That's on this side. There's a button here, and pressing it on the other side works in any menu. I'll get my consumption information, so of course we'll reset that to 0 to start over. So now we let it warm up quietly. Because to be honest with you, there's the cliff, and our hotel is just at the top of the cliff. And I did that, and what's nice is that hardly any colleagues know about this spot. They're all beginners. Here, a big screen, it's touch sensitive. You can see it here. We have pre-installed widgets on our home screen to customize and multiple home screens to personalize. There are the massages. Hold on, because I'm going to set up the best massage for you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Cat paw. Lumbar, no, we don't care about the lumbar. Shoulder, no, we don't care. Snake, no. No, butterfly. No, there's no cat paw. Don't say that. Character and stretching, no. Cat paw, put first. No, wait, come back. Cat paw, power 3. That's it, you've lost me. That's the best car massage I've ever had. So the widgets here, we can customize all of that. And then we have what they call the eye toggles, so the home page, and then shortcuts that we can also customize. When I hold it down like this, if I'm not mistaken, you see I can customize it and move it wherever I want. So that's pretty cool. And no, this one doesn't move. Next, it's helpful that there are shortcuts here. For example, to disable the overspeed beeps, press the car icon and turn off the speed limit alert. That's a big plus. We have the mirror screen. Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay. That's pretty good. Then there's a wireless charger underneath. The button to start the car, the gear shift is here. It's pretty well done for your fingers. Drive, reverse like this. Reverse. We have good quality cameras with a 360-degree view. We can get the front, the rear. So I can choose either full front or full rear, or go back to all 4 with side views. The parking button is right here, and the handbrake. So the parking brake is right here. The drive modes, there are still 3 drive modes. Sport mode, normal, and eco. We'll drive in all the modes today. There's some space here, not for loading, but for storage. USB-C port here as well, plus a cigarette lighter socket. Then there's storage here. I really like the fact that it's hidden like this, so you can put quite a few things in there. Double cup holder. Here, there's also a storage space that can be used for your phone. If you connect it wirelessly, you could put it there. So what would have been smart, Peugeot, is to make this a bit deeper and put the wireless charger here like this. That way, it would have stayed in place and not moved around. Because over there... no, it won't move there either because they put... Here, you can see it's charging. The light turns green when charging. On the other hand, they put a non-slip rubber. That's a good thing. But here, it could have been cool. And in some, there's even a hole at the bottom to put the cable through, which often gets plugged in here, but they didn't do it on this 308. It's a shame because there are many of them. I think it's mainly Peugeot or Citroën that does it. And so the space here, which is still pretty good. You can almost fit an arm's length, as we used to say back then. I've shown you the seats before, but I'll show them again. They look very premium and really nice. It's beautiful. The glass sunroof, but not panoramic. And then up there, standard buttons, assistance, save our souls button, open or close the roof. The LEDs here, which are not touch sensitive, which have real buttons. The rear view mirror is large and takes up space, but it's electrochromic, so it tints automatically at night. I haven't shown you the glove compartment yet. Glove compartment. There we go. Deep glove compartment, definitely a plus, with a little room to store small items. Even the glove compartment is lined with a kind of soft carpet-like fabric that's quite pleasant. Nice finishes and soft-touch plastic throughout. Air vent here, air vent here, air vent here. So for me, here and over there for the passenger. And I find another one here, focal speaker here, and here. The focal is actually pretty nice, but normally it has good sound. I'll test that for you. And up there, a big mirror with double LED. A big mirror, large mirror space with a small mirror, but double lighting. For makeup, that's actually better for all the influencers who do their makeup, as you can see with the kind of ring lights. I've got my handle, and there you go. Let's test this car and see how it performs on the road. Stay here, they left this for us. These are the messages they want to get across to you. So we have a new exterior design. We have new colors and new rims. Next level driving sensation, we're going to test it. Several types of energy, so electric, diesel, hybrid. Fully electric if we want. iCockpit, okay. There's the connected service. It's available as a station wagon made in France with 31% recycled materials. It now comes with an 8-year warranty if you maintain it. All right, that's good. This time we're taking a real car ride. Who's driving? No, but you too. You don't tell me anything. I don't show you the trunk and... come on, but... You had forgotten. There you go, I was sure of it. I told you about the trunk. Well, it looks like this. Wait, don't move. I'm removing the polarizing filter. There you go. The trunk. Is there anything underneath? They added a small tab here. There we go. And we pull. So here, there's only the focal subwoofer, period. If you don't have the option, you can use a spare wheel, as shown. There we go. What? I can already hear you complaining. You didn't get in the trunk, all that. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Besides, it's one of the biggest trunks here. I'm hurting too. Here, you come in with me. Look, we're close. This trunk has a lot of space. So Nico gets in and look how much space is left. There's plenty of space, but I have to get in this way because of a tear and can't move anymore. I don't know how I did that. Too much craziness. Anyway, it's fine as usual. You have to tell me when I forget things. All right, let's go. We're getting in this car and heading out for a nice little loop. One thing I always find pretty crazy is that the passenger seat is manually adjustable. I've connected CarPlay wirelessly, so my phone is charging here wirelessly. We're going to reset all our values to 0 since I'm currently at 21 liters per 100. The car was running while stopped, so there you go. Reset everything. Trip 1. Drive. It stopped here. This micro-hybrid system uses a 0.87 kilowatt-hour battery. Almost 1,000 watts, enough to run a 970-watt microwave for an hour. So, drive now, don't move, that's it. It started up with the steering. Because the power steering might have needed a little bit. Here's the global positioning system with the Peugeot lady's voice guiding us. Don't move because I don't like it when people talk to me. I'm someone who sets the rules. There you go, I'm the one in control. Who's in control? For those who get the reference, that's from 113. Wait, don't move. You were a bit blurry. For example, the engine shut off again. I'm currently driving in electric mode, allowing us to use it at low speeds for short periods. So there's a bit of sea salt that got on the windshield. I like to have a perfectly clean windshield myself. There you go. So right now, for example, I'm in electric mode. There we go. The engine restarts. So the mild hybrid system makes it very, very instant, and it's pretty easy. We're starting with an uphill climb. We have this 1.2-liter engine, so it used to be the old 136 horsepower one. It didn't really combine the power outputs before. Hill start assist. You know now, on all cars, there's hill start assist, and now it's turned off. Every time we stop, micro hybridization, it's a kind of small hybrid, so as soon as I let go, I start again. Now it restarts with the combustion engine for extra torque and power. These gearboxes make starting on a hill in similar situations much easier. I remember my mom, who was always afraid of starting on a hill with her little Opel Corsa A. So the thing is, it's not powerful at all or anything, but I know that now with these cars, I can stop anywhere, even the ones with manual gearboxes. Look here, for example, this is really steep. I'm nearly lying down here because of the steep slope. I stop. There are 2 hill starts and an automatic gearbox. I can start off again very gently. I can start off faster if I want to. It uses slightly more fuel, but it's okay. Just forget about it on the way. It's sunny and nice today. Not sure if you remember, but we've been here before. We ran into colleagues in the Renault 4 when we came to test it with Darius and the others. There were several journalists here. So now I'm heading out for a loop, normally about 2 hours, over 100 kilometers. And let's go, Monkiki. Come on, let's go. We're leaving calmly. So, Peugeot and this steering wheel here. I have to drive, which is fine, but I don't like keeping my hands down here. What's this about? Am I driving a go-kart? The driving position is slightly higher. Afterwards? To be honest with you, Peugeot after a week of driving. Personally, I test cars for a week to provide genuine feedback. Switching to a regular car afterward feels like driving a truck. It's true, it's very small, and you get used to it. At first, it's hard and unsettling. Driving that way doesn't feel natural at all. If all the other rally drivers drive that way, maybe there's a reason. But that's how it is. They have their own ideas, while Peugeot has an even crazier one. They plan to build steering wheels without a steering rack, so the wheel isn't physically connected to the tires, only linked electronically. They want the car to shift slightly when I do this at high speed, but to turn fully when I do it in the city. Personally, I'm not in favor of it. Feel free to tell me what you think about it. I'm just trying. It's due in 2027 as an option on cars. Look at this landscape. It's just incredible. I love it. It's just so beautiful. The coast, the sea spray, and I love it. It's so beautiful. I don't know why I live in Paris because there's work over there. I need to stop asking myself questions. It's beautiful here. I love it. You should visit the Cascais coast in Portugal. It's amazing, especially off-season when it's empty. I was saying Peugeot does things differently. You need to look higher up because of the lower steering wheel. They call this a high headrest, so there's no taller one. We've known for years, but I'm eager to test their new steering wheel. Lexus does it too, and it's a square steering wheel as well. I have a hard time with these square steering wheels. Tesla tried the yoke, but turning with a steering rack didn't work, so they stopped. They put the yoke in the Cybertruck too, and it's the same issue. I don't think people are big fans of it. But the Cybertruck, it's really something. There you go. You have to be different. But I love it. On a Peugeot for daily use, I want to test it since speed affects performance and so on. I like to have that. Then there are brands, for example with Skoda, they have progressive steering, which means the more you turn, the more it will turn. But it's always the same thing. It's a steering rack with different rack angles. There, they want to do that, but it adjusts based on speed, for example. There, I should turn just 45 degrees. But if I speed up, actually it will turn more or less. Whereas here, if I speed up, but actually I'm always going to keep the same consistency. Anyway, I can't wait to try it. Here. So this little car. I don't have the tachometer here. I need to find a menu with one. Let's see, is there one somewhere? Here, I don't have a tachometer. Here, I don't have a tachometer. Here, I don't have a tachometer. Well, there must be a tachometer somewhere. Ah, yes, there. I have 1,800 revolutions per minute. I'm at 66 kilometers per hour. That's still pretty low in the revs. We have a 6-speed gearbox now. The 8-speed is gone. It used to be the EAT8 before, but they've switched back to a 6-speed. more practical, and I think also more reliable. And more recently, especially with the mild hybrid system, since it has more torque. Having a 6-speed gearbox was nice because it meant fewer gears and cogs. You can still hear the 3-cylinder 1.2-liter engine a bit. A 3-cylinder, it obviously makes some noise, it growls a little. Afterwards, we'll have to see how the fuel consumption turns out, that's what I'm mainly interested in, and reliability. I saw the Largus video, like you. By the way, I think it was really sad for G the other time when he made his announcement on my Twingo video. They say there are also problems with this engine. Before, there was a belt that was running in oil. They stopped that and put in this chain instead. And apparently there were crankshaft problems according to Largus. I don't know. Honestly, I only try out new cars. Oh, Clios? You've seen the Clio, as have some colleagues. There you go then. I don't have much feedback on reliability. Share your own reliability feedback about the engines in the comments. For everything, whether it's Peugeot, Renault, Mercedes, it doesn't matter. It could be interesting for us to help each other. Everything I try always works out for me. Usually, most of the time. Sometimes press cars have glitches, especially during our tests. Often, it's not a good sign. Afterwards, personally, I've never had any issues in all my tests with this engine. It's good and has been reliable since release. Honestly, when we first tried it on the 3008, it wasn't finished yet. The engineers were still working on it. But when I tried it again on the old C5 Aircross, it was excellent with great fuel consumption. And for example, right now I'm in electric mode. So there are still some good phases. Even though it's a kind of mild hybrid, it still does pretty well. I can't give you fuel consumption details yet. We'll talk about it again. Every time I stop like this, I usually stop with the engine off, and unless it's uphill, we start moving on electric power. That's when a car uses the most fuel. It's all the acceleration phases during acceleration. That's why, for example, speed bumps, traffic lights, all the stop signs, and everything we have in France, well, in terms of pollution, it's really not good at all. The goal is to drive continuously. Frequent stops use a lot of fuel. For that, hybrid is honestly a great option, especially full hybrid with a larger battery that lets you drive more on electric. It's doing well here, but I wish there were more electric phases. But, for example, I let go and switch to electric. For example, there are still many phases. It's almost a full hybrid. It sometimes needs more power to run better in electric mode. Here, for example, every time I go downhill, I recharge my battery. And I'm in electric mode. Another advantage of this electric motor is that it recharges, like here. Well, it creates regeneration. And so it creates, for me, a more powerful engine brake than a normal engine brake. So it feels like having the engine brake of a V8 engine, since it slows down very well. On the other hand, we have a manual mode, but we don't have a B mode. Since it's a small buffer battery, it would have filled up too quickly. For example, I was empty, so we went up, but the battery was gone. And almost at the bottom here, I'll be full on my little battery. Since it recharges pretty quickly, less than 1 kW. After using it, the small steering wheel is dynamic, easy to handle, and responsive without needing much movement. We have a good position. It's a little bit special in terms of shape, but it's okay. For acceleration, so here I'm going uphill. If I put my foot down, it drops 2-3 gears, and it accelerates again pretty well. I'm alone in the car, so we have about 145 horsepower and plenty of torque. Great for daily use and gets the job done. Looking forward to taking you on the highway next, because that too will make a difference. Normally, there should be some short stretches of highway here. Now I think I'll go back into Cascais and then take the highway, and I'll try to do Lisbon and so on. To do any kind of trip for you. And here, for example, it's this button for now. Should I tell you right away? 6.9 liters. Yeah, it's not great because there's some uphill and so on. We don't have much yet. It's just so beautiful. Don't move, there's the highway over there. I'm not following this loop. I'll do it my way as I prefer. Every time. Brands give us routines, but I prefer my own way. Come on, let's go. Turn around. The turning diameter's fine, but it's not a compact city car. But it lets you turn easily, and the gearbox also works well. It's pretty cool. I'm going to stop this. Yeah, stop. I'm gonna quit the course, totally. I'm quitting everything. And I'm gonna do it my own way, taking the highway, some back roads, just going with the flow. We'll head back to Lisbon and then home, with a bit of everything along the way. And that lets me drive at all kinds of speeds, and to test things the way I want to. It's picking up now. I need to set them to 80. I'm 80, so I use driving aids. Now at 80, if I keep pressing, it increases by 5 each time. So here I have my adaptive cruise control. I don't have the little button with the steering wheel. It doesn't fully drive itself, right? A 308 should normally drive itself. Didn't they set it up? There's a small roundabout here, and I think I need to go that way. I'm not using the accelerator or brake since it's following the car ahead. In roundabouts, it senses the steering angle. If the wheel isn't straight, it won't accelerate. Straighten the wheel, and it does. It sees space ahead and speeds up to return to 80. If I press OK, it reads the signs and sets itself to the correct speed. It shifts gears by itself and everything, but it throws me off. Don't move, there's assist. You had to press it again. So assist drive, it's good. I never remember. We test so many cars. Plus, I still test driving aids for you on all brands in France the most. I'm still informed enough to tell you what's good because I love this. Say, I usually drive with driving aids like this. You must always keep your hands on the steering wheel. We don't have a capacitive steering wheel. You have to turn the wheel, so you need to put a bit of resistance, so I prefer the capacitive one. Afterwards, everyone has their own preferences. Via Verde here. What's great in Portugal is that Via Verde has no barriers. You just go through. It reads your license plate and charges you at 60 km/h, which is pretty nice. I really like this Portuguese idea because for us, we still have the barriers, and all that makes us waste a lot of time, traffic jams and everything because of that. France is said to be ahead, but frequent travelers see the French as far behind. We French are really, really far behind. It's totally crazy. Here, always go 80, so I'm shifting gears. At 80, I'm at 1,800 revolutions per minute. I'm definitely in 6th gear. At 80 here, for example, there are times when I'm running a bit on electric. There are still times, even at high speed, when the combustion engine shuts off. So that's actually pretty good for saving fuel. Now, it's going up to 100, so I just keep my foot down like this. There. I took off to reach 100, or I could have pressed OK, which showed the 100 sign. It accelerates again. So we're arriving. At 100 kilometers per hour. At 100 km/h, I'm at 2,100 revolutions per minute, which is reasonable. I can faintly hear the engine. You can hear some wind noise since it's blowing lightly today. I'll set it to 110 using our French values at home. 110 km/h, 2,300 RPM. So now we're coming up a little uphill. Let's see how it goes. At a steady speed, honestly, it's fine. It's still okay. We're starting to hear a little bit of wind noise, but it's not crazy, as I often say. Yeah, it's fine and still comfortable, plus well soundproofed. After that, just put on some music. I'm gonna put some music back on. With high-quality digital radio right there via Apple CarPlay. Yeah, the vocal sound is good, honestly. It's actually pretty nice. I should probably adjust it to get a bit more bass, but vocal is great. And by the way, it's in my top 5 of the cars I've tested out of almost 1,000 cars soon. One Peugeot stands out more than all the cars I've tried. The Peugeot 408 with the vocal system, which was incredible. There you go, it's part of the top 5 along with Rolls-Royce, Spectre, Volvo XC90. Peugeot 408. Mercedes JLC with premium Burmester audio, and Cupra with the new Sennheiser system, which is incredible. These are my top 5 cars for audio systems. The 308 isn't one of them. Even though it's vocal, it's completely different. I'm not sure what they did in the 408, but whatever it was worked well, and I'm a big fan. Here, it picks up again, for example. I'll do it for you in one shot, actually. We're going to see almost 20 minutes, so here, we have our stretch of highway. It returns to 130 km/h. I'll use cruise control the entire time. I let the car drive. 130 kilometers per hour puts me at about 2,800 revolutions per minute. We're going to overtake here. We're getting more wind noise, so it's more noticeable. The engine, I can hear that there's an engine running, but it's not bothersome. It's fine as long as we keep a steady speed. Really, just in the city, you can hear it a little more. That knocking sound that makes some noise, and when you rev it up a bit, when we're like this. It's still decent. Remember, it's a 308. It's still a nice car, especially at its current price. Maybe we could sometimes hope for a nicer engine, or real hybrid systems, like you find, for example, at Renault, with their E-Tech engine, which is actually pretty good and especially super efficient. So now I'm gonna do a bit of 130 kilometers per hour to get a mix. Since you know me, the goal is to give you a true mix over at least 100 kilometers, usually driving at 90, 110, or 130 on city, highway, and country roads. The goal is really to do a bit of everything. For example, during roadworks, a sign says 100, I press, and the car slows to 100. It asks me to confirm if I want to go at 100. I know there are roadworks here because I drove by 2 days ago with the Clio. And it's going to switch to 60 in a few meters. All right, so average of 7 liters since the beginning with quite a lot of highway driving. So here, a little speed camera here. Over 37 kilometers ultimately. Small engines naturally use more fuel on the highway. Now let's see, so the goal now is to go all the way to the end. So we're almost at 40 kilometers out of the next 60 kilometers. Keep speed under 90 kilometers per hour to see how it affects fuel consumption. Take some winding roads to test the chassis' dynamic performance. All right, I'm coming up on a small winding road here. Okay, foot down, let's go, let's go crazy and switch to sport mode. So with Peugeot, we still have this small steering wheel that makes the steering feel pretty nice. There we go. And it makes turning pretty easy. So my stuff is moving around a bit everywhere. So we won't do a rally special. It handles well and feels good. The speedometer just hit the red because it's in sport mode. So you can feel that the engine, well, it's not an engine that's made to be sporty. Let's not kid ourselves. Then when it comes to the steering and the chassis, you can tell it's meant to be comfortable. This car doesn't encourage fast driving. Peugeot says it felt a bit more dynamic and lively, and honestly, it works well. The car handles well and you quickly approach other drivers if you go a bit faster than them, but it doesn't encourage you to drive fast. A real winding road. Foot down. Here we go. So, as I was saying, in the end, the chassis is really good. It handles well, it's dynamic, but it doesn't really make you want to drive very fast. Also, for my birthday, my darling bought me a PlayStation with Gran Turismo. Right now, all I want is to go to the track and have more and more fun. It really holds up. It's amazing, it grips really well. Let's be honest, Peugeot has always known how to make really good chassis, and here they've kept a really good chassis, but at the same time, they've made it comfortable. Honestly, it goes by fast. It handles well. I'm impressed with its uphill performance. Plus, it looks really cool, so right now, of course, we're doing this on a road where there's absolutely no one. It understeers slightly, the rear follows perfectly, and it's very stable. I'd love to do this for hours, but we won't. Let's discuss fuel consumption, which I've reduced to 6 liters. I think I went up from 0.1 to 0.2. Come on, we start driving calmly again, but even for going downhill. The good thing about going downhill is that it doesn't use much energy. You can do it just with momentum and see how the chassis reacts, especially when you brake. It brings the rear around a bit more and so on. This road is really nice. I didn't know it before here. There's really absolutely no one here. It holds very well, Frog. Honestly, even here, our tires are actually quite good. Braking-wise, it's very progressive. It's not aggressive, actually. And if you need to brake hard, then it slows down well. It's not too aggressive, like I said, not too much bite, but it feels good. Hey, I've never tried with the paddles. You can use the paddles too if you want. It's nice. It gives you a bit more of that feeling of having fun. So, the little 1.2-liter engine. It's not made to be, But the road is excellent here, though. I'll definitely come back here with cars or motorcycles. Because I just picked at random. And that's often how I find amazing roads. And there are places where it's pretty rough. What's crazy is that it still keeps a lot of comfort. As I was saying, we have energy recovery, but it always causes strong engine braking, so I can never rest my foot. I constantly have to use the accelerator pedal, but sometimes I just want to take my foot off. When the battery's full, it can't recharge or have the electric motor recover much energy. It gives me more freewheeling, so it slows down less. I enjoy coasting, especially with automatics. For example, speed up a bit, then let go and it coasts, so you need to brake. But here, for example, coming down the mountain recharged my battery completely. So now that means I'll be able to drive on electric quite a bit in this little village. If I ease up on the accelerator, I stay in electric mode. I'm currently still in electric. It shifts gears and so on with the electric motor. The goal is, you see, we really reduce fuel consumption a lot, precisely by playing along with the hybrid system, but sometimes the hybrid bothers me because I would like to be able to choose with the B mode, which tells me, more regeneration or a very, very light regeneration like most other cars. But here it improves greatly. Without giving me the choice, Sports Mechanics, the only channel in France to test for you the 308 in all roads. So a road with a lot, the big holes, the big holes. The big holes, it's comfort. The suspension on this 308 is very comfortable and focused on comfort. Oh, wow. That's bumpy. Wow. Oh, I love it. It's really bumpy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, but that's for four-wheel drives. This is a four-wheel drive terrain. No, but the holes. I'm dealing with these things. The comfort is amazing, and those little cat paws are still massaging me. I have to admit I'm impressed, because there are SUVs that aren't as comfortable. Did you notice how big the holes were? It's super comfortable. The seats filter foam and everything well. I'm pretty shocked. No, but look, I'm purposely going through some crazy stuff here. Oh, wow. Oh, no, this is really big. Whoa, damn, bridge crossing. Incredible. I wasn't expecting it to be this comfortable. Amazing. Oh, wow, big hole, manhole cover. Incredible. I'm almost at 99 kilometers, averaging 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers over 99. Careful, we're going to reach 100 kilometers together. It's something we're going to achieve together, you and me. And there we go. That's it. 100 kilometers, average at 5.9 liters. Over 100 kilometers per 100 kilometers. That was the goal, to complete 100 kilometers. And I'll try to make another video for you because right now I don't know if you can see, but we're passing by a lot of other colleagues. There are many cars today, including station wagons, VHFs, and electrics. You can switch between them freely. I made this for you today because I believe it's the most important. I'm going to give you a little debrief at the place where we did the presentation early this morning, to do the debrief again this time in full sunlight. This place is always beautiful. All right then? This new Peugeot 308. So again, there's not much new except for the front. But it allowed me to give you a full review and it reminded me how versatile and comfortable this car is. Especially there with what we did at the end. I was pretty impressed by that. Good car, it looks nice, it's different. So, like I said, in the studio, I wasn't a fan. In photos, I didn't really like it. And in real life now, seeing one. There's a colleague who has a station wagon over there. Yeah, the front is different. It's a different philosophy. It's a new signature, Brighton. New grille. Share your thoughts since you're the buyers. I just get to test them and return them, trying a new car nearly every day. Fuel consumption is 5.9 liters after highway driving at 130 some acceleration and sporty driving. I think we can get it lower on the highway. In my opinion, it'll be around 7 liters, maybe 7.5 liters. If the car is loaded, maybe about 8 liters. And for daily driving, if you're, for example, in the countryside and so on, I think you can get close to 5 liters pretty easily without trying too hard on roads with speed limits of 70, 80, or 90. It's a pretty pleasant car. The engine, well, it's still the 3-cylinder 1.2. I've never liked the 3-cylinder. I still prefer the 4-cylinder, which brings a smoother feel and is a bit different. Peugeot hasn't made the choice yet to do real full hybrids, though we're getting closer to that now. I hope future generations achieve a true hybrid, even if everyone is kind of forcing us to switch to electric. Even If that seems complicated for 2035 100% electric, I don't think we'll make it because it's too soon. Hybrid is the best compromise for me, and not everyone should be forced to have electric cars. They're not for everyone. Definitely not for me, but perfect for some people. After that, well, you would need two. I agree. I want my McLaren in a small electric car like the Taycan, which is excellent. Or even Teslas, which are highly efficient. There you go. There are plenty of electric cars. The Chinese are coming on really strong in the market. I don't really try out too many Chinese cars, by the way, because, well, they're starting to show up. Making many videos about them just gives them free advertising. I'm waiting for it to be more established before testing for you, instead of being among the first to try it. But if any Chinese brands are watching, don't hesitate to contact me. Anyway, feel free to tell me what matters to you. Are French brands the most important? Or are you open to everyone, for example, all the newcomers arriving? With good cars offering hybrid and electric options, similar to Peugeot. Peugeot's main advantage is offering both plug-in hybrid electric vehicle and electric versions of the same car. Either a simple hybrid or a diesel, and with exactly the same car. And that's good, since some brands just say no. We're only going to do that in electric. For example, the R5, I would have loved it as a hybrid, or as a mild hybrid electric vehicle like that, but they said, no, there's the Clio for that. That's a shame. But here, Peugeot spoils us with all the available engines if you like the look. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment with any questions. See you soon in the next videos. Bye.